Good morning, traders, and God bless. I am Ricky Gaspard. I am your host. And we'll be watching pre-market this morning. We'll be paying close attention to this column here for anything that's spiking. We have a couple movers this morning, TRIX and HOLO. So once we see a volume spike here, we will immediately go to the current bar volume. Make sure we have enough volume to get in and get out safely. Once we see that we do have a lot of volume, which is just a high volume flow, no specific number, then we wait for these moving averages to cross over or confirm that they've already crossed over. This is the 5 and the 13 EMA. You'll notice some spike arrows coming in. That is the buyers coming in and driving the stock up. Once we see the stock take off, we come down here and we confirm that these two lines are moving and that they are above yellow, hopefully. This one is the trend of the stock, the white line. This green and red one is the buyers and the sellers. So you can see the trend started moving up. The buyers and the sellers kicked in just before that. Then they started selling off, and you can see the price start dropping. So this is our blessing indicator, and this yellow line represents the mid price between the high and the low of the stock movement. This is our dominator master. So once we see the spike over here, we confirm the volume, the crossover. We look at these dominator master bars. This is volume. We want to see tall green bars coming in. I'll also be marking support and resistance levels like so. This would be resistance. This would be support. We try to plan our entries down here on support after a pullback. And a pullback is simply the stock first starts running up, then they take profit. We take a position here if we feel comfortable and wait for the stock to run back up. And most of the time it breaks out higher than the previous run. Never trade off my screen. My screen is sometimes delayed, and delays can cost you money. I'm also not a financial advisor, so don't take my words to heart. Don't use my words to make your trade or your decision. Sometimes you'll hear me say I'm taking a position here, or this looks good, I'm in, no matter what the words. Make sure you do your own due diligence and don't enter because of my recommendation. You could lose some or all of your money. Always contact a professional financial advisor before you make any decision to buy any type of security. This morning we're watching TRIX and HOLO. They seem to be the top movers. We don't know where they're going to go at 6 a.m. Hopefully one of them will go up for us. We can make a profit right at the open, but we'll see how it goes. We have about 2 minutes to go before market open. Enjoy your coffee until that happens. So if you're new here, we do this every morning. We come here and we watch for volume spikes. We run our pre-market scans. This is just a typical pre-market scan that you can build in ThinkorSwim. This one is custom coded and it takes into consideration the stocks that were moving in yesterday's after hours trading. Sometimes they both have the same stock, sometimes they don't. But we like to find all of the stocks we can before the market opens. It's looking like the main mover is going to be HOLO, H-O-L-O. This one may take off again, but it's already up 160%. This one's not up that much, 59, 58, somewhere around there. So as we're going through the morning session, every time we get into a stock or see a stock that's running, add it to your personal watch list so you can continue to watch it throughout the pre-market session. And hopefully it'll move again for you after the market opens on the regular session. Make sure you hit the like button. Help me get a little bit of money from YouTube. They don't pay very much, but your participation on clicking that button will help me to keep these live streams going, pays me a little bit for my time. Let's see what happens, which one's going to move, if any of them's going to move. Make sure you have your TIF and your active trader on EXT. Looks like TIRX may be wanting to run up a little bit. It's only paying pennies, so be careful here. We will be waiting on a pullback if we get one. I'm going to zoom in a little bit tighter. So once this candle stops moving, I will put a resistance level and it'll pull back down, and I'll put a support. And that's where you want to plan your entry, but don't just click the buy button on support. Make sure you have volume coming in. Let's see if we pull back here or we continue to go up. Also, if we get a red candle here, pay attention that there's a long wick on the bottom of this candle. That's buyers coming back in to buy up what they're selling, and the stock will rise a little more. I'm going to pass on this one. It's just not paying enough money. 2 cents every candle, maybe 3 or 4 if you're lucky. No pullback yet. We don't chase green candles. We always wait on pullbacks. And if you do buy the green candles, that one is on you. All right, let's see if we get a pullback here. They're taking profits. So this is the resistance level. Once I click support, we're going to confirm we have green bar down here in Dominator Master. Or we watch for that long wick on the bottom for them to drive it up even further. Not seeing a tall green bar. Still pulling back. Once this candle closes, I will mark support. I don't have any faith in this one this morning. It did close, but it closed up here. Probably not going to be much of a play on this one. Volume has died on this stock. It's not moving at all currently. Just a little. But it is pausing. The blessing indicator is pulling down south. That means it's going to drop a little. The trend, however, is up. We are above yellow. Let's take a quick look at the SPY and see which way the SPY is headed this morning. Well, I got to type it in right if I want to look at it. Let's take a bigger picture of the SPY. Let's go to a 5-minute chart, zoom out, see where we are. Looks like we may be trying to trend upwards. We'll see if it holds up. We're back to watching this column now for any volume spikes that are moving. BNTC, I'll take a look at it. There's nothing else moving. It is down here in the after hours pre-market scan. It's one of those thick body candle trades. I don't normally trade these. They are pretty volatile at times. We can mark the resistance level and see where it goes. See if that's a pullback or if it's just going to float sideways. The volume is extremely low on this stock. That's a good question, Bob. I have no idea. I've never looked into it. Let's take a look at earnings real quick, see if there's anything on there. ASML, VFS. THCH is moving up. Saw it spiking down here in the custom pre-market scan. Tall wicks on the top of the candle. That means the sellers are trying to drive it down. I'm already on it, El Toro. Going up for a little bit. Volume's picking up. Long green dominator bar. That's a lot of buyers right there. Pulling back. Let's see if we get a pullback play out of it. Watch for a long wick on the bottom of this candle for them to drive the price back up. Long wick developing. Longer wick developing. We need a lot more volume to push this stock. It's not happening. We do have volume flow, but it's probably pretty much equal on buyers and sellers. That candle did close way up there, but then it kind of died. Maybe this second candle will be the pullback play. I'll keep an eye on it, mark the support level. Just make sure you check the dominator bar down below once I mark the support level to see if the buyers are coming in. Looks like they're giving up on it. Going to sell it off. Next, please. If you've never been here before, I coded most of the things you see on your screen. This column right here has been very valuable to us. It lets us know if there's buyers or sellers in the stock, and right when the volume starts spiking or moving around, we catch them pretty quick. So this is our first indication something is moving. Watching the numbers. Martina, I don't follow shell companies. I don't know anything about them. You probably know me well enough by now. All I'm looking for is buyers and sellers in the market, volume spikes, and price action. That's really all I ever focus on. TIRX. This one is already up 207%. So you have to be careful on these stocks. It may just be somebody else finding it, thinking it's going to go again, and it could. But it's already up 200%. You have to keep that in the back of your mind. But we have also seen them go to 1,000%. Volume is nice, 365,000 on that last candle. Long wick on the bottom of this candle. Let's see if they push it up even higher. Pushing through $1.55. And pulling back down. Jay, and they can find any price stock. You set your price levels in the scans that I created, but in pre-market, I don't have no top range. It just starts at like 25 cents, but no maximum. So anything that's moving, even if it's Tesla, it should pop up here. But most of the time in pre-market, it's going to be the mid-cap to small-cap stocks. And that's where we make most of our profits. But yes, they can pop up here if they're moving this morning. In the regular session, you can set your price ranges and use them the same way. You just can't use these two pre-market scans because they won't work in the regular session. Bumping up a little here. Pulling right back down. It's up 215%. I want to catch them before they run up to 200%. I don't want to try to play after the fact stocks. Something I have a little more confidence in, something that's just beginning to run, maybe news article breaks out. And if you post stocks, do me a favor, make sure you check the current bar volume, that it has lots of volume. If it doesn't, we don't like to play stocks that are just barely crawling. I don't see an ATC. Well, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday were good days. Are we going to have a good Thursday? I guess we have to wait and see. Kind of slow this morning. Yesterday we had a great runner with WISA. Hopefully most of you caught that. From about $7 to $11. Not seeing any volume on THCH. I'm watching the column right here. TIRX, the same one that's already ran up. BPTH taking off. Very low volume, but it is steady volume, it appears. Let's see if we get a pullback on this stock. It's at 390 as a high. There's the pullback play. Let's see if it loads up. Watching for a green dominator bar down here for volume to come back in. There's the big tall bar. Let's see if they can push it up and break through 390. Come on, you can do it. There's the breakthrough 390. Let's see if they continue to push it up. Up to 406, 409. You should be taking some profit if you bought that pullback. And this one came off of the pre-market custom scan. Pulling right back down. Let's see if we can hold 390. That's what we need to do here, not close below it. So this pullback was like about 370 all the way up to 411 if you could have caught the top of that candle. Probably not likely, but you could have picked up 15, 20 cents possibly. Looks like the buyers are coming back in. Tall dominator bar coming in. Let's see if they can push it up even higher. Retesting 390 again. Still holding 390. There may be more to come. Pushing up harder. Buyers coming in for even higher. Nice pop up there. Take profits if you bought the dip on the pullback. Nice runner here. So what's happening with this stock is we marked out support and resistance. Down here at support, we saw this green bar come in. The price drove up. It pulled back down to 390. It tested this level. It held the level. More buyers found it, drove it up even higher. So that's why we play our entry here. This was the initial start of the run up. They took some profit. We marked a support level. Then other people found it. And this is where you want to be in for when the other people find it and drive it up. You can see this run is much greater than the first run. Now we're up to $5. And as it's rising, take profits, work your way out of your position, save some for the little bit that it has to go yet. Or if you're brave, you can add to your position when you see a slight pullback for the next run up, but you can't just guess at them. You have to be certain. So I did not buy this stock, but if I was in it, I would be taking all of my profits, and I wouldn't worry about the rest of it. So from 370 up to about 480, 490. Unless we break the high here, we're still pushing. Now we got a high of 511. So when you're scalping, you want to concentrate on getting a nice piece right here and not worry about how high it's going to go later. You can always try to catch the next pullback. Or if you're a brave soul, you can hang on and hopefully you don't lose what you already gained. Good job, Fumagoo. You are the brave soul, Hennessy. You definitely are. Pushing even higher. We're going to have a WISA repeat here. Let's go. Let's see if we can beat. So you see how soon we caught this stock way down here at the bottom. I saw it moving in the scan. It gave us a little volume spike. I clicked on it to follow it. It's all about buyers and sellers and price action. Nothing more. Once you find the buyers and sellers, then you wait to get your position in there before they work it all the way to the top. Nice run all the way up to 593, 599 now. That's a new high. Does anybody else have sound? Or is it just Robert? Good job, Fumagoo. Sound is good. Full yard? You did well, my brother. Doesn't matter if you didn't hold on long enough, you will learn as time comes. We all made that same mistake. Just don't rush it. Trading is not something you learn in a week or a month. You have to build knowledge of what you're looking at. Some people catch on very quickly. Some people take a longer period of time. I was that longer period of time guy. And once you find something that works for you and you are steady, profitable every time you use it or most of the time you use it, stick with it and perfect it. Don't wander away from it and try something else. That's where you lose focus. This is all I do every day in pre-market, and sometimes when I trade the regular session, I use the same procedure. I don't normally trade the regular session. I'll trade market open, but at 9:30, I'm done each morning. So that was a nice run up to 606. Now they're pulling back a little. They are taking profits. This is probably not a pullback. We may be setting up and start channeling between two zones, so we'll see how it goes. Maybe the buyers will come in and drive it through. Watching for green dominator bars, watching the current bar volume right here to see if we get a lot of volume coming back in. So it's found a resting place. It's not selling off. That's a good sign. The blessing indicator is pulling back, but that doesn't mean it's over. So if I wanted to do a risk play, I would take a small position down here on 560 if you can catch it, or as low close to it as you could, with a small position before the next run up. And you may not get that next run up, but you would already be in if you could catch it down here, at least for minimal shares. There's that next run up. Let's see if they can push it higher. The My Blessing indicator appears to be trying to turn around right down here. I'm watching dominator bars get taller. That's volume coming in. Let's see if we can get a push up to 650. Another good one, Jimmy, just like yesterday. We caught it around the $4 range. We are now bumping 6. You got to get here early, right when market opens. Drink your coffee, wait for it to happen. Good job, YouTube. So it couldn't hold the 630. We pulled back down into that zone. We're back down below 590 again. See if we go down to retest 560. I'm seeing some sellers in the dominator bars. My blessing is still headed south. It never did turn around. So this one hits the watch list, the personal watch list. That is BPTH. So we keep an eye on it. Good job, bull over bears. Green is green. Good job, YouTube, on your trade. Still playing around in that zone between 560 and 590. It's holding the price range. Those are always good ones to watch. Watching the My Blessing indicator to see if it's going to turn around and run up again. Looks like they're trying to maybe push it up a little more. The My Blessing indicator trying to turn upwards. Tall green dominator bar. We're going to go up to retest that 530 high. And that's my wishful thinking that it goes up there and breaks through. And if we go back to reality, the entry was here. It's not necessarily here. Hardly any risk down here, high risk up here. Well, I wouldn't say it's dead. It's holding this price level. Now we're holding above 590. Problem is everybody's probably already found it. Now everybody that's found it don't know if they're waiting on the next guy that found it. Is he going to make a move? I'm going to let them move first before I decide to get back in. That's probably the thoughts you're thinking right now. Good job, Jimmy. Good job, Who Loves Lunatic. And yes, sir, you have been here quite some time practicing, and that's what you do. I make it look easy, but trust me, it's not easy. You have to really know what you're looking at. It's like reading a book and knowing every word in that chapter. You know, this is one of the oldest strategies, but in my opinion, it's the best strategy. I made it even better with being able to catch spikes when they start happening. But before we had all of this technology and this coding and all of that, it was just a matter of watching for a pullback and not knowing the rest of the information. All of these indicators have made it a lot easier for me to do it. So if you're not an indicator guy, maybe I can convert you. Because these indicators aren't relying on past history to make a prediction. They're all running live as it happens. Just because it was up on Thursday don't mean it's going to be up on Friday. That's not my style of trading. SMFL. SMFL. Does it have volume? Cheaper penny stock. And the volume has died on it. We're still playing around between 560 and 590. Since it's been about 10 or 15 minutes, I don't think I would take an entry at that level anymore. Robert, I gotta make money. They won't hit the like button. So if you like what you see, hit the like button, please. You know, YouTube had a policy change. Now if you're streaming, they want you to hold back until the end of the video to encourage people to watch to the end. And my question to them was, I'm streaming stocks. How am I supposed to tell these people, hey, hang on till the end, this stock's going to be up there? It don't work for me. And if you don't do it, they cut your pay. So even though I'm gaining lots of YouTube subscribers, the pay stays the same. I think it's just a way to keep more money. Yeah, well, we're holding on from the beginning just to see if we get a runner. All right, I'm ready for another one. Let's see if we can find one. Waiting for these spikes to start happening. What is Holo doing? Holo did nothing. TRIX. It's kind of zoning out as well. RCAT, a little BV climb. No volume. Okay, DCFC. Here we go. Way down here in the custom pre-market scan. That's why you got to search for numbers. Let's see if we get a pullback. Has nice volume. Nice spike up there at 12%. And the spike went away. All right, let's see if this is a pullback or not. Dropping down, dropping down. Hopefully this is not a pump and dump. Watch for a long wick on the bottom of this candle. That is also an entry if they drive it up, but make sure we have a dominator green bar right here growing. There it is. See if we can push through that 525. It appears to be a lot of sellers up there at 525 holding it back a little. Can they overcome it? There's the breakthrough of 525 to run on up to 580. What a candle. Run, baby, run. You should be taking profits at the top of that candle. Not necessarily selling everything, but taking some profit. It may go back up to retest that 585. You gotta love it. Let's go. Let's run with this one. Nice tall dominator bar. Coming down to retest at 525. That's an opportunity for a possible entry. Breaking down below 525, there's a red dominator bar. You should not have pulled the trigger. Starting to look like it was a pump and dump. You got to watch for green dominator bars. You can't just hop in with anxiety. Let's see if we break above it now, or do we continue to go down? If it continues to go down, they were just pumping it up. It was a nice run up at the start, but soon failed. Good job, Yatu. Good job, Office Daily. When you're scalping stocks, you got to be ready for anything. It could be a fake out. Somebody could drop a large amount of shares. You never know. Don't just be anxious to click the button because I said it's at this level. That's danger. Wait for that dominator bar to turn green and start growing. You may get in a little late sometimes. Sometimes you'll nail it. I'm going to say this one was a pump and dump. That's the feeling I get out of it. Somebody has it in one of their chat rooms or forums. I'm going to leave that one alone. BNTC still channeling. Well, if they're still playing with Visa, they kind of missed the party, right? Amen, YouTube. All right, this stream is fixing to end. I appreciate everyone who joined me this morning. I stream every day possible on YouTube for 1 hour for free. Then I continue over on Discord on the premium side. If you haven't joined my Discord channel yet, please do. The link is at the top of the chat window, that blue box with the yellow stripe down the middle. Just click it, join our Discord channel, talk to the members over there, see if we're worth the investment. And I think I proved that to you this morning already. And I proved it to you morning after morning after morning. You can easily make your $79.95 back, possibly in one day. It's well worth the investment. Lots of live streaming going on. The live streaming will get even better in the future. Lots of scans to get, lots of indicators. and lots of people to communicate with. So join me every morning here if you just want to learn, or come and join us over on Discord. God bless. Have a nice trading day. See you later.